Hey, you're watching HuffPost Live. I'm Mark Lamont Hill. You probably know, in fact, you definitely know Ian Somerhalder from the CW hit The Vampire Diaries, but the actor's now teaming up with the news site Riot to help make a difference. Joining me now to discuss the Start a Riot Crowd Rise Challenge is actor Ian Somerhalder, and he's here with the Riot.org co-founders, Bryn Muser and David Darg. Welcome. It's always good to see you guys.
Great to be back.
Last time you guys came here to Olivia Wilde with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was a much better.
Yeah, no offense. I
got screwed this time.
Sorry. I'll start with you, though. How'd you end up teaming up with these guys? How'd you end up with these characters?
Yeah.
I was really bored. And I decided that, I should do something with my life. No, this guy and I go way back. We are brothers. This one and I, we've become like cosmic brothers.
Oh.
And these, we're cosmic, brother. We've just been longer. These guys, they do what they do. They're phenomenal filmmakers. They have 20 years experience in the field and aid work together. And Bryn explained this platform and the way it needed to go down, and I just realized this is the future.
Yeah.
This is going to change everything. And again, it's news for millennials, because millennials don't want to just read the news anymore. They want to know what they can do about it. And Riot is the first, and it's the first platform that does it.
No, Riot's
And that's
awesome.
them.
But you also are concerned with the Sierra Foundation. I mean, Sierra
Yes.
Foundation. I mean, you decided to take on not just general work, but this particular organization. Why?
Sierra Club's phenomenal. I mean, they've all done. I mean, they've just done such incredible work, and this Riot Challenge is going to be, this is changing the game, man. I mean, I think we're at 700,000. So basically.
Yeah, I'm looking at the site now. $724,463 in money raised already. And then I look at your page here, and I mean, look at this. You're making some moves here yourself here, man. You're making
Oh, look
stuff
at all those
happen.
donations coming in
Yeah,
right now.
donations are coming in as
just
we
right
speak.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so cool.
And
That
keep
is-
the donations coming.
Yes, please. It's pretty incredible. I mean, I'll turn it over to them, because the idea that these guys, and it's so funny that this wasn't done before. I mean, creating a platform, particularly because the youth component, Vampire Diaries, the demographic is primarily of a younger set.
Yeah.
And being able to empower young people with news, it's not just news, it links news to an action.
Right.
And so now news is no longer just a one-way street, a dead end. And they're pioneering this, and it's mind-blowing, and it really is. It's just extraordinary. I don't really have too many words except just to get super technical about it, because otherwise I'll get really impassioned and we're going to run out of time.
No, but I'm excited about it. And Bryn, this is exciting for me because, so many of us that were taught, if you're going to be a journalist, you're objective, you have a view from nowhere, you remain detached.
Yeah.
The idea of advocacy journalism is something that has either had a negative connotation, or it's something that is seen for a select few group of people who are kind of weirdos in the field.
Yeah.
You're helping pull that to the center.
Yeah.
It's something that we should be doing and something that's normalized.
Well, I mean, for us, David and I both have been working in the field in the aid world for the last 10 years each, in Haiti and Africa, and doing post-disaster, post-crisis. And those rules certainly don't apply when you're on the ground. If you see somebody in need who's struggling in front of you, you go and help them.
Right.
So
you don't snap a picture and hope for the Pulitzer.
yeah, you don't do that. So from us, now we're taking it with this new approach, and it's really exciting to see young people who say, hey, we're reading the news for the first time, and we feel empowered by it and not just oppressed. So it's been an exciting ride, and we're really excited about it. To have Ian especially on board, it's been great.
Absolutely.
But I'm
David?
not anywhere near as pretty as Olivia, so sorry, guys.
Right.
That way, it's arguable.
That is arguable.
Yeah. pretty.
Oh, Jesus.
And it got awkward. So
No, that's the funny part.
actually, yeah, right. I'm oddly comfortable with all of this.
Come on,
Yeah.
Embrace it, David. No, how would you rate other news outlets? I mean, the mainstream news does a job. It has a function. How would you rate how it has delivered the news and how it's sort of fit the needs of this generation of young people?
I kind of feel that the rules of journalism are a little bit outdated, and a lot of the mainstream media is still going by rules that applied to newspapers that were 100 years ago, where there's sort of this objectivity where we have to take a step back and we can't interfere with nature.
Yeah.
But technology's advanced to where you can report about this crisis in Syria, for example, and the refugee crisis, and the horrors of what's happening over there. And we know that there are solutions. There are nonprofits doing incredible work on the ground. There are things that we can do. We can take action. So it seems logical to us that these are human beings suffering. Why not make the connection between the news that we consume and the actions that people can take? And so I really see that the future of news is activism journalism. You shouldn't be allowed to talk about something happening bad around the world and not say, this is what you can do about it.
Wow. And social media plays a big role. Now, Ian, you have like a gajillion Twitter followers, and part of what that means is that you have access to large numbers of people. But it also means that young people are accessing social media as a primary way to understand the world, to engage the world, and to learn about the world. What role should social media, you think, be playing in all of this? Is there a place for it?
Well, I don't. To be honest with you, it doesn't exist without social media. That's the whole thing. Without social media, we would not be able to transfer copious quantities of information in a nanosecond globally. And not only that, it creates a sort of activism, and we hear this word a lot, and we've been sort of this word has been thrown at us a lot, called slacktivism. It's not slacktivism. We can show you quantifiable change. And so you ask the question, where does social media, what role does it play? It plays the biggest role. Being able to access that amount of people and inspire them, empower them, and then activate them, that's the new paradigm. That's the future. That's what's happening. And Riot would not exist, really, without social media. Yeah. By the way, neither would this.
That's very true.
It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. We cannot. Old models are not able to sustain the amount of information that we are creating and that we need to take in. And so it's mind-boggling to me what role social media plays in this. And so, I mean, I think I can speak for all of us. Obviously, I'm so grateful to these people who've come up with these platforms, who literally have designed these things and allowed us to ultimately change the world.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you all are using your power for good and not evil. In fact, Ian, yesterday, just in case you didn't know, was given an amazing award at the Social Good Summit here in New York City. He was given a Goody Award. So you're like a real-life superhero now. Do you realize that?
What's it called? It was the Actor of Good. No, the Oscar of Good.
The Oscar of Good.
The Oscar
Great.
of Good. That's awesome.
It's so cool. And by the way, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for voting. It's really cool to be getting these things, and it has nothing to do with me. It's just simply what I represent and the passion and compassion that we all sort of draw from the world. I'm just an amplifier. I'm a microphone, and that's really it. These guys, they're the band, and they're the stadium, and they're all the instruments. I just plug in. I'm just the microphone.
Well, you're very humble. You're actually doing much more work. You're not just there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
true,
right. I know lots of actors.
I get a backstage pass. I mean, I'm still like.
Right. Fair enough, guys. What can we do here? What's next? I know tomorrow's the deadline for. Tomorrow at noon is the deadline, right? So people should be doing what?
No, it's noon. People should be going on to the Start a Riot, which I'm sure they'll have the link up right here.
Yep, right. It'll be in our resource well. Yep.
Great. They should be donating, and we can do something great, which is maybe in the next, whenever people are watching, if anybody wants to donate and can, send a screenshot of the donation, we'll send a lucky person a shirt and we can autograph something.
Yeah.
We'll do a little
I would
something
love
like that
that
for us.
That would be awesome.
I would love that.
Yes,
We'll take a screenshot of the handle and we'll
Take a screenshot and tweet to @RiotNews.
Yeah, at Riot News.
Hashtag Start a Riot, and we'll make sure you get a T-shirt if you're a lucky winner.
Absolutely. And again, all those links will be in our resource well. Make sure you check out the Start a Riot Challenge and make sure you donate. It's an important cause, really a necessary cause here in the world. Ian, before I go, I want to sneak one question in because I have to, because your fans are asking. 50 Shades of Grey. It's been cast.
Yeah.
You weren't in it.
No.
We're very upset about that. How do you feel about it?
You guys are great.
How do you feel about it?
Well, he's the man. Guys, I'm on a TV show that shoots 10 months a year.
Yeah.
And while I'm so unbelievably grateful for all the support and all the cheering and the love, it's that's going to be an interesting experience.
Were you disappointed when you weren't cast?
No way. This is so funny. You read these blogs, people, Ian Somerhalder, angry, livid. He's not going to say right. I mean, no. There's none of that.
Was it something you wanted?
Oh, I have no. That's a whole other conversation.
Really?
That's
Fine. We'll bring you back. You'll tell me about it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. He promised, y'all, he's going to come back and talk about 50 Shades of Grey. But right now, really be sure to check out the Start a Riot Challenge. It's the most important thing you could be doing right now is going to that site, checking the links, and donating. Please do it right now. We have all the links in the resource. Well, again, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks, man.
Always
That
good to
was
see
really
you, man.
awesome.
Always good to see you.
Yeah.
Stay with us here at HuffPost Live. Much more coming up.